Hello, guys. Welcome back to my channel. This is David Academic Comics. I'm doing another segment of Market Watch. I got five more books here for you guys and see what is selling and what the sellers are asking on the secondary market. I got some really cool books here for you. You might have it, you might not, but the thing is, it's in my collection and I just wanted to see. I figure I'll share it with you guys. All right. Before we go on, you know what is done. I got a shout out to my boys at 79 Comic. They just released this new Paul Green Batman issue 159. Um, I think this is 159. Batman 161. My bad, guys. 161. This is a continuation of Hush, I'm assume. So they do have it for $36. They do have the 125 with the green silver foil moon. So, oh, yeah. It's so I'm assuming that this moon here, I'm just gonna here is gonna be green foil. So check them out and let them know. And also, they do have the 125 variant, and also they have a package for with that and 125 and 150. Anyway, check them out and see what they're all about. So it's a pretty cool cover. I love Paul Green. Um, I had few of his covers and things. He did some really great covers for Zenoscope, and now he's doing it with DC. All right, so use that code SNMC to get 10% on all your order. All right, it's not a one-time thing. You can use it 10 times, 20 times if you want. Every time you visit them, order SNMC. Use that code. All right, now let's get into the thing. I wasted 2 minutes of you guys' time, but I have to shout out to my boys at 79 Comic. They do an awesome thing. All right, the first one is a very rare book. It's not an easy book to find. It is an incentive, one of the 50 by Jerome Pena. This is the Daredevil, issue number 3, one of the 50. Like I said, very scared. Really hard to get in 9.8 due to the back. But for this one here, I don't see any reason why it has to be 9.6. But it is said 9.6 it is. But I'm not going with the grade. I'm just going to go with the book itself. So let's find out what this book is doing and what the sellers are asking. Boom, there we go. There's one on a rare. Wow. All right, $237.45. All right. I saw this right around the top. There is a scuffs and color breaks and whatever. I don't know what happened to this book, but definitely it's not a 9.8 or 9.6 candidate. But definitely, yeah, asking for $237. All right, let's see if we scroll down. Maybe we can find a little bit more of this variant here. Uh, Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Sometimes when you do this, you find certain covers or book that you never seen, like this one here. I never seen this one before, so it's sometimes it's good to go through your collection and find out what they're doing, what the sellers are asking, and let's go to the next page. All right. And by then, if you don't see it here, it's probably not going to be available. So we got one asking for $237. And let's see what is been sold. All right. Wow, look at that. 9.6. Let me blow it up. 9.6 in February 4th. No, this is not my copy. Totally different code. But $265 and a $35. So we're about asking close to $300 on a 9.6. I wonder what the 9.8 will be going for. Let's go down to see if there's any more of this book. Like I said, it's not a very easy book to find. It's kind of rare, scarce. Um, there's that one. Okay. Wow, $70 for that Carnage. See, like I said, you can find few books that is on that's been released or something that I haven't covered earlier, and find out what. Well, that's pretty much it. So this one here is asking 200 and with shipping, okay, 250 shipping 30. So 250 to $300 on this book. And there's a rare there's a raw book of this asking $237 for this. Yeah. So would you sell? Buy? Definitely put this on the market to see if I can sell that for 300 something. What was that? 200? Was that 200? Was that 300? Um, $265. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. So probably put that forward maybe 350 to see. Who knows? But that's that for Daredevil. This is my all-time favorite cover. All-time favorite has been Ahmad many times. And the legendary himself is Spider-Man issue number 1. This is the gold. There's a regular, there's a silver, there's this gold, there's this polybag green, polybag silver. There's a second print with the UPC code on it. I mean, there's a mini variation of this, but let's focus on the gold here. All right. So Spider-Man number 1, covered done by Todd McFarlane. And let's see what the market says or what the market is doing. All right. We got here facsimile. No, we're not looking for that. Here we are. There's a silver gold all for $60. Um, and there's this asking 475. They call it the second printing. Okay. Here's the $350. All 3 book lot on a near mint 9.8 for 300. There's 9. Wow. Okay, this is the one. 21 bids, 4 days left, $305. This was the I believe this was the Walmart exclusive, if not, if I remember it right. God, I can't talk today. But it's at $305 right now on the regular UPC gold. Here's 1981. Wow, there it is. Gold asking close to $1,900. Here's one that 149. Here's a raw copy for 30. Here is that gold with silver polybag. Okay, so 1,000 so and so. All right, we got more here. Here's an $800 on a raw copy. All right. 120, 500. Um, okay. As you can see, it's not a rare book, but that UPC code, the one with the barcode, is asking a good chunk of change. All right. 575, 69. So you can kind of get an idea that it run from probably around raw copies and things. I don't know, maybe 30 to 50. What UPC probably to 500, 800. Let's see what is being sold for. Here's that one for 8. They subgrade about 8.0 for $17. Here's one that sold for $33. Here's the one with silver with 31. 98 sold for 127 on a bid in May 1st. Wow, recently. So $127. Here's $9. So close to 10. Here's 28, 38, 31. I wonder if there was any UPC that was sold. Okay. All right. This is stupid. I'm sorry, Daredevil. This is the whatnot Daredevil whatever trade pack limited 5.5. Like, why? Why would you want to? But spend your money how you want. Right here, $149. All right, so we can kind of see that this is raw selling for about 50. I don't know, average about $10 to $20. 9.8 selling for average about asking average about 100 to 150. So would you buy this now, add to your collection? How would you do it? Um, as for me, that's my favorite cover. Definitely a hold, especially being signed by Todd McFarlane, asking for premium price. Definitely a hold. But if I need to put it up, I'll probably put it up for 550, best offer, hoping for the best. All right. And I'm not done with Todd McFarlane. And here is another book, Spawn number one. There's also a newsstand version of this, but Spawn number one. Let's see what this book does. All right. Everybody know what Spawn is. What's the big deal? Huge, huge avid collector of Spawn completists. All right. So let's find out. Boom. There we go. Spawn number 198 asking for 140. Uh, four copies for 195. This is the reprint for one per, I think it was for one per store. They came out like about 6 years later. 800 by now, $110, 27 copies of them. Um, dun, dun, dun. 92 asking 125. Here's one raw copy for $25. Here's a blank cover signed by McFarlane for 120. Here's that UPC, that newsstand for $184. You know what? Let me just save that just for sake and maybe look at it later. Here's a Mark Spears one. 9.9. Oh, Jesus, spoof. All right. Dun, 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 dun. All right, here's one, $699 asking $39. So you can kind of get an idea what is asking. Um, all right, so let's find out what it's been selling. That's the asking price. The selling price will be, boom, there we go. Wow. There we go. 9.6 sign for $338. Here's that one's raw copy for 33. Um, and did I put something? Spawn number one. Let's put over here 1991. Is it 92? Yeah, it's 92. Boom. All right, here we go. Sorry guys, but okay, $21. Here's that Spawn 8.5 for $75 on a newsstand. That's not bad on an 8.5. I must say 159, $22. So $169 on a 9.8. Here's one raw for $105. $105. 102.50 on May 1st. I don't understand. It's not even a newsstand. All right. It's a what we got here. Probably had a bidding war there. Here's a $30. Um, 25, 15, 22. So we can kind of see that it's pretty much all over the place, but 9.8, about 150. Raw, you can say about 20 to $30. So definitely I will. It's a book that everybody should have in their collection. And I got this ad, a Raz, um, put $18 down. I won first place, signed. But anyway, this for me is a hold. This has a lot of nostalgia for me. Collecting back in the 90s, stopped, and we got back into it again about 8-9 years ago. And Spawn, it was a pretty good read. I don't read it anymore, but I remember reading it, standing in line, millions of copies. But definitely it's on hold, waiting for the Spawn movie to come. All right, this one here is gonna be it's a book that was given to me by JP, all about comics, and met him at the Emerald City Comic Con about 5-6 years ago, and he gifted to this, and I got Natalie Sanders to sign. This is Penny for Your Soul, Volume 2, issue number 1. This is, I believe this is a retail incentive. I don't know what, probably one out of 15, if not one out of 20. And let's see what this book does. All right. It's a gorgeous cover. Um, Thanks again, JP. All right. Share screen. There we go. Boom. $149. All right. Best offer. We got 140. All right. We got some Dan Mendoza, so and so, Penny for Your Soul. I think that's pretty much it. So we got 2 books that is listed, and let's see what is being sold. Okay, Natalie Sanders, False Prophet, limited to 250 for 39.85. See, I didn't know there was a book like that. Now I know. There's only 250 book at the. Oh, it's a Baltimore Comic Con. So there it is. There's another rare book right there just sold for $40. There's this other one that is triple signed, but everything else, Dan Mendoza, boom, boom, boom. I think that's pretty much it when it comes to that variant. All right. So none has been sold in the past 3 months, but there is 2 books that is listed out there asking average about 140 to 150 or best offer. So definitely this is a book that I am keeping, but would you buy it? Remember when Natalie Sander was blowing up, I believe about 5 years ago. But anyway, there it is. 149. None has been sold in the past 3 months. And it's a great cover. Great cover. Like, it's not an easy book to find. But talk about not easy book to find. This is one book that I'm sure there's about 1,000 of this was printed. But let me just show you. It's Fathom, Volume 2. Fathom Volume 2, issue number 1. This is the Wizard World exclusive. Yeah, that was signed at Philadelphia by Michael Turner. Rest in peace. Let's see what this book does. All right, one of my favorite books in my collection, due to the fact that it has outline sketch with that silver. It just goes really well. But let's see what it does on the secondary market. All right, we got one here. Boom. We got one here that is asking $85 on a 9.8. Here's another one asking for $80. Here's one asking $125. Oh, that's a good book. $84 raw. Dun, 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 dun. God, Michael Turner has done some really great art. I must admit, some people don't like it, but I really love his art. 149, 125. All right, what we got here? Here's one. It's been signed by Michael Turner. It has a 4 sign, asking $80. Dun, dun, dun. What else? Is there any more? There's a lot of variation to this. Okay, so we got that. And let's see what it's been sold for. All right. Kiani, nope. Dun, 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 dun. That nope. We got a handful of books that has been sold, but has been listed, but none has been sold. Like I said here, 8.5. 9.8, $85 of best offer, $780. It's an old slab too, so you can actually Again, somebody sign it. Yeah, 98125, but best offer. Great cover. Love Michael Turner. If you're a Michael Turner completist or collector, there it is, guys. And yeah, $80, average about 80. For sign like this on a 9.8, I don't know, probably can fetch about 150 to 200. Who knows? Um, but that is my 5 books. Let me know what you think. If you would willing to buy, if you have it, would you sell it, or would you put it on hold and hoping to go skyrocket high or low, or just part of your PC, right? Um, Before I end, I got a shout out to my boys again at 789 Comics. Use the code SNMC to get your 10% discount on all your order. It's not a one-time deal. You can use it whenever, how many times you want. Oh God, I can't speak. But yeah, uh, just to let you guys know, I am not getting paid or getting commission or anything. I just want to shout out to a great online store back on UK, United Kingdom, and they do really good service and after service as well too. So anyway, check them out. Use that code SNMC. All right. Until next time, guys. Thanks for watching. See you again. Shoots.